things are really happening. The ceasefire agreement, everyone's talking about it. Ooh, this is a carob. Have you ever had carob? Got these little seeds. Anyway, what's happening is the war is not over. Ceasefire is on its way, but it's not here yet. It's expected to be reached really, really soon, within maybe by today. But circumstances here are so volatile. Like, are we prepared for a coordinated giant strike from Iran and Lebanon and, the Houthis? What's happening? Or is it going towards a ceasefire? They tell us, be ready to go from 0 to 100 at a drop of a hat, And so schools are like that. Schools in Israel, they're switching, learning to, a lot of schools to learn at home, to make sure that they can run to the bomb shelter quicker. And of course, you have military drills, which are happening on a high level in Eilat, in the north, all over the country. I mean, soldiers are running through the streets all over Israel just to see if maybe like an invasion's going to happen. Still searching for the hostages, of course. And there's still the shootings happening by terrorists in Judea and Samaria, and you wonder if something big's going to happen from there. But you remember how crazy it was when more than 340 rockets were shot on us. Does it look like they want a ceasefire? 550 alarms all throughout, 255 launches hitting, all over this country. I was thinking, what if we didn't have the Iron Dome? What if we didn't have the Arrow 3? What if we didn't have what we have? Let me tell you what, this country would be all on fire. And that is not okay. It's, you saw what just happened as the Hezbollah terrorists struck Tulkarem. They just injured 15 people. People seriously wounded in the hospital. And it's just ridiculous. At the same time in Gaza, everyone's saying, where's the food? Why are there huge lines to the bakeries when so much food goes in? So much flour is being sent in by so many trucks. And Israel lets all these trucks go through. And so is Hamas really stealing all of it? Well, I'll tell you what, we see them stealing it. We see them stealing this food and then reselling it at astronomical prices. That is so wrong what the Hamas is doing that it's ridiculous. So I'm like saying to myself, oh my goodness, we have to be able to see what's going on. We have to handle this. And what's happening right now with this whole ceasefire, let me tell you what, I'll give you the main points, is that there's supposed to be a mutual ceasefire. The main points is they say Israel's not allowed to act in Lebanon against any targets, and Hezbollah is not allowed to shoot us anymore. I really think time will tell, because the way I say it is it's like we're playing a chess game. You're playing this chess game, and suddenly you're feeling like you're getting near a checkmate with your enemy, your opponent, and then suddenly you just decide to stop. Like, you know what? I'm getting towards a good progress, but I'm just going to stop. That doesn't really help, and you need to make sure that you can get them to a checkmate. We'll see, though. We'll see if they stop. But if they don't stop, we're going to have to also not stop. So what kind of ceasefire is this, right? It says Israel has to withdraw. Right now, we're at the Litani River. Right now, we haven't been to the Litani River in, 20 years? We're right there now. And so it's just amazing to see that's the place where they were supposed to withdraw to, according to 1701 resolution of the UN. Also, there's supposed to be a no-fire zone, a DMZ, demilitarized zone. And all of southern Lebanon people are supposed to go back to their houses, though. But that doesn't make sense, because demilitarized means any kind of movement. But they're saying any kind of military movement gets bombed. It's very complicated, right? Sale of arms has to be patrolled by the Lebanese government. Lebanese government has to make sure that everything is happening according to what the ceasefire terms. And the United States is supposed to be the supervisory committee of this, and also includes France. But I'm just saying, it's like round two, because this is like deja vu. In 1980, in year 2000, they were supposed to retreat to the Litani, and everyone's like, yes, they'll retreat. But what did they do? They built tunnels, MLRS, multi-layered rocket systems. They got all this crazy stockpile of weapons. And I'm going to tell you this, in the words of Churchill, we seem to be very near to the bleak choice between war and shame. My feeling is we will choose shame and then have war thrown on us just a little later, or even in more adverse terms than at the present. And that is what Winston Churchill said. You don't want to choose shame. You want to choose victory, right? Because otherwise you're just pushing this down the road. So my son will have to, my children will have to fight this war. And I don't want that. I know that big things are happening. Trump's getting in. We need to keep praying for his safety, for the safety of everyone, that this time of 2 months will be a time where things won't get off kilter, and a time to push for full victory in Gaza and in Lebanon. Israel truly is a beacon of resilience, developing one of the most advanced, most capable tactical forces in the world. But Israel can't stand alone, really. Without your support, I mean, Israel was built because of people that were moved to compassion by the God of Israel. People who understand the cost of freedom, people who know that this freedom is not free. Let's help lift up the hands of Moses in this time.